Hey everyone, Mars from Consequence here. We are going to go over Heroic Gallywix. This is week 2 kill, so our strat is more refined, and we understand how the fight works. Now, this fight, when you're looking at it, looks really complicated. The secret is, it's really not complicated and extremely easy, and it does not take a lot of prep, which is really, really good for Heroic guilds. So, one thing to note about this fight, you need to overheal, unless they nerf things a lot. We're in a 25-man raid. I think we're 6 or 7 healing. In a 30-man raid, we 8 healed. If your healers say they can heal it, put another healer in. Because if you can out-heal the fight, you will kill the boss. There is not a real damage check, especially starting next week with the stacking buff. So, let's hop into it. The first thing you want to do here is get these markers down. These are critical. They can be any color. These are the colors we chose. Orange, yellow, that's green in the back, and purple. Those are going to come into play later. For now, you want to split up your raid in half. Half the raid starts at yellow, half the raid starts at orange. And you're going to basically be dealing with like 4 mechanics just on repeat. The main one being this cone. This gets targeted on a tank. That tank everyone in that group needs to take the hit. They're going to get a healing absorb. Heal it off. If they die with that absorb on, they will blow up and do a ton of damage to the raid. Again, more healers the better. If you can get the absorb off, then the chances of them dying and blowing up the raid will be much less. There's also going to be these bombs mechanic. I see a lot of skills messing this up. These are baited on players. The easiest way are near players, I guess. The easiest way is to bait towards the other group. If you're this group here, bait towards orange. If you're this group here, bait towards yellow. Range, step back about 15-20 yards and bait to the other marker as well. This is going to cause a formation like this, which is the easiest path to run out. If you have someone cheating and it baits on them, it's really bad. I think that might happen once, and I will show that off. So you can see here another cone. This is for the other group, so we're alternating. These duds are for tanks. Tanks are going to jump on them. You can see them here. You also get these solo circles. Just stand on yourself. Once you drop the bomb, run out. You're also going to get the suppression cast. This is just a classic WoW dodge. And now, this group's about to get coned. They're going to stay in for AoE healing, but then they're going to go bait these bombs. So again, this is bad. Do not do what these people are doing. Bait towards the other group. He's moving back. Bait towards the other group, because then you get something more like this. See, this one over here is not as good. This one was very good. And there's a way easier time to run out when you bait. Tank bomb here. Vice versa, you can see we have CDs, rallies, everything for these, because this is just crazy amounts of damage and healing. And this is just going to repeat over and over and over in different order and tighter sequence. So this group's going to get coned. Then we're going to bait bombs. You can see here he's staying in the middle. This is really good. We're going to move over. And then again, it's going to be different here. So this group's going to get a cone with small circles, with bombs, with suppression after. So again, you're just getting the things in closer succession. And then we hit stage 2. Stage 1's low-key the hardest stage of this encounter. So overheal it and everything goes smoothly. Stage 2 here, the one thing we want to do is range want to bait at purple or orange, because there's going to be this frontal that's going to happen. It's always on range players, and I'll show that off. But these ads are going to spawn. Kick them in. Range should really be trying to get these shock barrages in the back. Kick these ads in, group them up, watch your feet, and just blow them up. Basically, see, this is here. This is the frontal. This is target on range, and since we grouped them all up at green, we're good to go. Once these ads die, they're going to drop bombs. The easiest way to do this phase is dunk every time there's an ad set. Dunk in one quadrant, one bomb, or one bomb in one quadrant, and then rotate. So the way this works is if you dunk 2 in the same quadrant, the Giga Coil is going to shut off, and it's going to put area denial in that quadrant. If you dunk 1, it will turn it off and not put the area denial. So what you're going to see here is the two best classes to do this realistically is Windwalker Monk, or really any monk, and a Demon Hunter. Because what they can do here is he's preset his Transcendence over here. He's going to grab, and he's going to port, and he's going to dunk. Demon Hunters can pick it up and go too. Other classes can go do it. Ranger kind of sus because if this gets targeted on them when they're depositing, if they're not, they don't have an immune, then it's really bad. Once he dunks, he's saying in comms, "I dunked." Everyone else picks up the bombs and tosses them off. You can see here, picking up bombs, throwing in the middle. You can throw them off the sides as well. Yep. Now these ads here, they don't matter. Just cleave them down. They don't do anything. They're just for tanks. And you're going to get these 3 circles. These 3 circles, don't overthink it. Just make a little triangle. If you really want to assign people equally, you can. I just told people to just try to make them even. They don't do that much damage. It's really just like making sure you don't die. Stay in group for healing after this. Watching your feet for suppression. And here, you can see a bomb cast just like in P1. So we need to figure out where we're going. We're going to be going to purple. So I'm telling range, hey, go stand near purple. The bomb comes down. And we go over here. Next, we have group soaks. These solo soaks go a little farther. You can see them to the right. Just they're not crowd space. And then the same concept, just make a triangle, get in them about equally. The boss is going to go middle. Just stand still a second to let the healers do a little damage. Come in, and now next we're dunking on purple. So the range really need to be baiting here. Was that star? I don't know what marker it is, but you can see them all over here. We'll put the ads in the purple. So this is because our range player is out of position. You can see an evoker in here. So he baited this poorly. Ideally he's over here. The bait goes here. Again, same concept. Your Demon Hunter or Monk can pick it up. He picks up and he ports again. But again, anyone can do it. Once he deposits it, he says, "I deposited it," and then you can throw the bombs off. Note, to deposit the bomb, you do not need to use your extra action button. You just run on the platform over there. There's an arrow, and then you just like stand near the thing, and your bomb will auto deposit. So again, ads come up, and this is just going to repeat until you push into P2 or P3 technically, or intermission or whatever, 50%. So here we're going to push the 50. We're going to skip the next set, which I think most groups should be able to do now. And we still haven't lusted. Keep that in mind. So here the range are going to stand back a little. And we're trying to, the melee are going to try to bait this boss coming down right here. Boss is going to come down. You're going to get a circle. Range are going to be outranging this intermission. We're going to lust here with our 2-minute CDEs. We held them for 15 seconds. And we're just going to run in a circle. Once this shield breaks, we are not going to interrupt. We are not going to interrupt until the end. So we're just going to break it here. And we're just doing free boss stam with lust. Just moving in a circle for melee. Ranger's just outranging it. Whenever you feel like you need to kick it, kick it. So we probably could have gone the last second there, but we took it all the way down, and we just get like 7-8% for absolutely free. And now you're in P3. This here is a tank frontal. It's very deceiving, so make sure that you're really out of its way. You're going to get these lines. These lines knock players, and we actually had some wipes week 1 this, so make sure you're not moving with these last second. It's with bombs, so like you can see that this guy popped the defensive and just ate the bomb so he could stand still. But it's really, really bad to move with those lines and just knock a bunch of people off. You're going to get now these small group soaks. So we had the giant frontal in P1. We had the 3 circles in P2 that people had. And now we get these smaller ones. Just pick one, stand in it. You need a minimum of 1 or 2 players in. I think it might be 2. But you just stand in it and with anyone. It doesn't matter who gets it. And then you get the suppression cast. This suppression, the general rule of thumb is run 100 yards away. There is like some like variance of like if you stand X amount, you can still hit the boss. Not worth it. Just run as far as away. You could probably, if you play comms, you'll hear me being like run farther than you think. Because the farther you are, the less damage it does. So you can see here that these players in front kind of got chunked way harder than the players back here who barely got chunked. And now we're going to come back and keep tabs of where we've dunked. We've dunked in green and purple, and you can see here now we're between star and orange. You can get these lines again. Don't knock players off, and then you get ads. So right now, range want to be baiting at green, ideally. But in this pull, we're doing a really, really bad job like trying to get these in. Actually, this is not too bad. But you can see here that there's some ads like out. Melee can help taunt these in. But the range are baiting at green, and what's going to happen here, you can see some range still lingering. And this is what I mean, how it's really bad. So the boss here is going to pick a range target. So they moved right for this beam, and they didn't adjust again. And it looks like it's whoever these two targets are. It got picked one of them. So if you're going to move right for the beam, just move again left out so this doesn't happen. You're going to pick up a bomb, and we're going to deposit it at orange. So you can see this guy grabbed it and went over there. Once they deposit it, throw the rest of the bombs off, pick them up, throw them in the middle, throw them off the side. They have a timer, so you had to be pretty fast. Oh my god, he dropped it. There you go, someone got it. They have an extra action button. You get the soaks here. And then you have suppression. Again, let's run 100 yards away. So you can see people are running really far. This time people got way farther back. We took almost no damage. This is the tank frontal. We hit lines again with bombs, just trying not to move last second. You still have these tank bombs. I haven't called them out, but they're running around hitting them. Get a few people in each of these. Don't overcomplicate it. And we get Giga Coils again. I think the last one we need to dunk is orange. So range need to be baiting at green or yellow. So you can see them baiting here. We're just dunking the last one we haven't done. Getting kicks. Bombs are coming out. Someone's going to dunk it on the last quadrant. We didn't. If you low-key, if you dunk it on one of the quadrants, you already did. It doesn't matter at this point. You'll lock off that part of the room, but the fight's about to be over. So you could literally just dunk in anyone you want, but if you want to keep as much of the room as possible, you dunk in the one you didn't do already. Once he dunks it, just say run it off. You get a suppression here. Again, you run away 100 plus yards. You're going to get a bomb again. You're going to get soaks. And that's it. Now, there is like another overlap here that we didn't see week 2. It's like run away with lines. It's really annoying overlap, but it's really just like a player skill diff. You just pop rally and all defensives and try to live it. But that is the boss. It's really simple. Like, it's actually crazy how simple this boss is. Just dunk the Giga Coils around the room, one each. Again, when you dunk 2, it's going to cut off the room. Set up your groups for P1. Don't overcomplicate anything else. Overheal the fight. That's it. If this was helpful, or really hopefully this was helpful, next video is going to be Mythic. And I will see you then. So, thanks. Peace.